Hi guys, welcome back to Don's Crafty Delights. This is the third part 3 of the Mother's Day mini album. So where we left off was placing your folders into, or your little pocket envelope thingies, into your hinges, covering your hinges and just to place it on. So what you should be left with is something that looks like this. Okay, and then as you can flick through, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you should have your 6 pockets stuck in like so. Okay, and if you've got that far, then great, well done. So what we're going to do in this part is we're going to cover the insides, cover the outside. I'll probably start making some little bits to go inside your envelopes. So we'll see how far we can get with this one today. Okay, so what I have done is I have already printed out some paper for the insides. This is what I'm going to be using for the insides, and I will give you the measurements if I can find my ruler. It seems to escape me all the time. Right, so the paper for the insides will be 5 3/8 by 3 7/8. And these should fit in there very nicely and give you about 1/8 of an inch border all around the edges. Okay, so I'm going to stick those in. Let's move that to one side and get these inked up first. I'm trying to keep an eye on my camera at the moment. For some reason my camera keeps cutting out on me and not allowing me to record. But I think a lot of people have been having trouble recently on, I know the last couple of days my Facebook has been a complete and utter nightmare. It won't tell me what notifications and things I've got, which is a bit of a pain when you're trying to run a group between you and your friends and, you know, sort of keep in touch with everybody. And I know my friend Sarah, Cranky Crafter, I know she's had trouble all day trying to get videos uploaded to YouTube, etc. So all in all, I think technical stuff has just been a major problem for everybody the last couple of days, not working how it's supposed to. So I don't know, perhaps the world's trying to tell us something, eh? Right, okay, so we've got these 2 bits inked up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to place the one in the back here first. So get me glue. Oh, I've had a bit of a nightmare today as well. I've been in a lot of pain the last 2 days with a toothache, and I went to the dentist today and got sent home with some antibiotics because he said there's a cyst underneath the tooth. So I've got to take the antibiotics and then go back and see him in a week's time. But he said they want to do a root canal treatment, and then because of the tooth is so thin, he said there probably won't be a lot of tooth left by the time that they've done that. So what they want to do is put a veneer cap over the top. So yeah, I'm not too worried about that. I'll probably be put asleep, to be honest. I'm not, I can take a lot of pain sometimes. I mean, I have tattoos and things which, you know, the pain of that didn't really bother me at all. But when it comes to your teeth, I will run and scream, you know, running for the hills. Oh no, you're not touching my teeth. I can't handle teeth at all, and toothache is, I think it's got to be worse than giving birth sometimes. It's just unbelievable pain. So the back is stuck in, and then we'll go to the front, give that a gluing up. Wow, looking at my camera, sitting here doing this and chatting away, and I've already got to 5.5 minutes. You think, oh yeah, I can get that done, and you know, and you don't realise the time flying past. I love doing these, and you know, as they say, time flies when you're having fun, and I do have fun creating different kinds of albums and things. I just love them. So there we go, paper in the front and in the back as well. It is your preference. If you want to cut tiny little strips of paper to go in here between these, then that's up to you. I may do that at a later date yet, I'm not too sure. But what I wanted to move on to is covering the outside with you today. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn over to the back side here, and I'm going to stick the paper onto the back first. I have my other pieces here. I have cut these at a slightly different size. If I show you quickly, when these are placed on here, they will actually be shorter at this edge. But that's simply because the paper that I place on the back, I like to fold round to the front and the back to incorporate with a border across there. So that's the only reason I've cut them shorter. So we need to be inking these up quickly. Again, I know one side of it will be covered with a strip, but which I do believe will be, oh, hang on, let me get this right. If that's there, that's the back. That will be around that way. Okay, I've already inked that side, so never mind. Please make sure, you know, you double measure before you stick anything down into place. And I think I'm going to actually just have a ribbon closure on this one, that comes from the front and the back. So we will need to be placing that on in a second before we stick the covers over the top. I like to stick mine all the way round, obviously, so it's not going to come out the edge of the papers, it's not going to go anywhere. So what I'm going to do very quickly is get some double-sided tape out. If I can find where my double-sided tape has gone to. Where are you? Oh, there we are. Just a thin one will do for now. And I tend to stand mine up like so, and all I've got is a length of red ribbon here that I thought would look nice with the black, and it goes with the flowers also that's on the cover. And then finding halfway roughly, I tend to just eyeball mine. I'm not, you know, you can take your time, measure it, if that's what you like to do. I kind of just run mine across there like so, and then come round to the front. I won't go right to the edge because I know that there's a border being left on the edge of the page. So I'll stick that down, just give that a rub over all the way around. So I'll push it down with me bone folder, make sure that's stuck nicely on there. And then what I tend to do is take the backing off of this paper all in one go, like so, and then try to, as best as I can, stand that on there like that. Oh dear, drop my ribbon on the floor now. Find the best side of the ribbon that you think is the best, which would be that side, and then I fold it in half to find the centre of my ribbon, which will be there, and then placing that on top of your double-sided tape, and just try and keep it central all the way to the front and the back, and just pull that across there like so. Give that push down, and then your paper will be stuck over the back of that, and because you've taken it all the way round, you're not going to have a problem with it coming off. So again, that will be the front. So actually, if we stick the front on first, we'll give this a dab of glue. Make sure you go right round your edges and that your covers are well and truly going to be stuck down. The last thing you want is for these to be coming apart when it's holding down a ribbon underneath it as well. And then I'm going to be placing that just on that edge there to leave a tiny little bit of a border along that edge. Okay, like so. Move that up there a little bit, and when you're happy with where it's placed, then give it a good push down. Also like to give mine a good smoothing out with me bone folder, especially over where that ribbon is, just to make sure that's all stuck down properly on there, like so. Okay, so you've got that, your ribbon comes out the front here, and then I'm going to turn around to the back and then glue my back piece of paper. I will probably come back and do part 4 to finish off, just as for decorating the outside. I just want to get these stuck into place. Again, I'm just going up to not right at the edge, as I want to leave a little border all the way around. Placing that onto there, lift that up there slightly. There we go, I'm happy with that. And when you're happy with it, again, give it a good push down, like so. And here we go, like so. Okay, sorry I didn't give you the measurements for these pieces. I have cut these at, these are exactly 5 by 3 3/4. Okay, that's to allow for a nice border around the edges, like so. Okay, and then what I'm going to do now is to place the bit around the back. So I'm just going to move that to one side. I have my piece that I wish to place around the back, and this will be folded on the edges, like so, to go around the edges of there, like so. Okay, but what I want to do first is stick a strip up there. So all I do for that is I cut an inch wide strip just in black to go with the rest of the album, and then I've used Martha Stewart punch, which is this one. Okay, and I've just gone all the way down a 12-inch strip, and I know that's enough to give me enough for each side and a little bit extra. This piece here I like to have about 1 inch, 3/4 of an inch to come round either side. So I have cut this at, that is exactly 6 inches long, and it is 3 7/8 long. Okay, wide, sorry. And then I'm going to ink around the edges of this quickly. rid of those horrible white edges from the card. Well, I say white, mine's actually cream that I've printed this out on. I've run out of white, so I used my cream, which I know this would look okay over the top as I've done it before, so that's that. And then what I'm going to do is glue the edge of the strip or the edge of the inside of the piece of paper. So what's the right way around? That way. So I'm just going to place some glue along that edge, just like so, okay, and then I'm going to stick that onto there where I want it to be, just like so. Oh, sorry, let me grab a baby wipe. The one thing that I forget every time. Oh, it doesn't want to come out and play. Come on, thank you. There we go. So, give that a good push down on there like so. And then just wipe that excess glue off of there. Okay, and then I'm just going to take a small pair of scissors and I'm just going to cut that off across there like so. Okay, so you have that, and then neaten that up that side as well, so that's even with that piece. Okay, you see that? And then I'm going to do the other side exactly the same. So again, turn over, place a little strip of glue just down that edge there, and then again line that up carefully on there where you want it to be, like so. Use my bone folder, give that a good push down, wipe off that excess glue again off of there, and then taking your scissors, just cut the ends off where they need to be and straighten that up. Oh, that really didn't want to go straight there. That's okay, not to worry. You can still just, you know, go around along the edges there where you've just snipped the paper away, in case you have like snipped a little bit of paper and don't want to leave that white on the edge. A sticky mess again. And then what I'm going to do with this, roughly find halfway. I know where halfway is because I put a tiny little crease in the top there. All I've done was folded that round like that and then just pinched the top there. Okay, it's not going to show once it's stuck down. And then again I stand my album up just like that. So, and then all I'm going to do is, when you know where you want it to go roughly, okay, up, try and hold your album up, okay, and then just put a slight little crease like so along the edge like that, where it's going to be folded round onto the sides, and then you know where you want to be gluing. Now for a moment I'm only going to be gluing on this inside piece, not on the side flaps that are going to go around the sides. So I want to get the back lined up first and make sure that's all stuck into place where I want it. Remember, plenty of glue on this. I don't want it coming off like so. Okay, and then just finding where my middle is and where the edges are going to curl round, making sure I've got that border at the top and the bottom of the page. That looks fine, that looks fine that side. Okay, and then when you're happy with where it's going to be, and you can give that a push down into place. And then you can also hold your album from underneath, just put your fingers inside one of the pages and give that a really good push down, like so, because don't forget it's going across that ribbon as well, but you won't actually see where that ribbon is at all on the back there. Okay, there's no lump or bump in there whatsoever. Paper goes across that quite nicely. Again, just taking me baby wipe, clean any little glue spills off from the edges. So you should have something that looks a bit like that. Okay, so then what I'm going to do now is lay that down onto there like so. Now let me move around because this is going to be a bit harder to show you. Let's move these out of the way. Right, so where you've got your edge here, I'm now going to glue this and then ease it round that corner gently and up onto that side. Okay, where my glue decides to come out. There we go. Okay, again, plenty of glue. Make sure you get them edges like so, and I do put a little bit of glue across this piece here as well to keep that down. Okay, and then just get my fingers underneath there and ease that up and round onto the side there. Okay, and if you're very clever, then all your papers should line up nicely like so. Okay, so you have that, and then you just again get your baby wipe and just wipe off any glue along that edge that you don't want showing. Okay, and then I will lay it down and give it a really good burnish like so. If you're going to run a bone folder across here, please mind your border, you know, because you can catch it and pull it up from your paper. So there you go, that's one side done. Okay, and then let's just turn it round and over and do the same with the other side. Get that glue in that crease there on that fold where it has to come round on that side. Plenty of glue up that edge, and then a bit across the top there. Okay, and again just using your fingers, ease that up gently around that corner. Again, because you don't want the paper to split because you're trying to force it round like so, and then turn that over again and give that a really good burnish. Okay, just run your fingers up them corners there. Okay, just make sure that's stuck down properly, and then again take your baby wipe, clean off any yucky glue bits that you don't want in there like so. And it's taking bits of my baby wipe with it. Just pull them fluffy bits off there, and there you have it. There's the other side. Okay, so this is your front. Okay, that's your back, your edge rather, and that's your back. And come on, Donna, get with it. Right, okay, so there you have your album. Okay, and then that will come up obviously like so, and you'll be able to tie your ribbon on the front there to hold it all together. Right, so I'm now going to put that to one side. I just get a sip of my tea. And we're already on 25 minutes. Oh my. Right, so what we're going to do very quickly is this piece that's left, I'm going to put that to one side because I want to use that for a pocket to go inside, inside the front cover, just to slip a little card in there for my mum. So what we're going to do is make these to go inside your pockets, okay? So what you should have is right, okay, these are the ones for the inside. So I've already cut a pile of black and a pile of patterned papers to do my mats with. The black card you will need, these are to go inside your envelopes. You will need 5 1/8 by 3 1/8. So that's 5 1/8 by 3 1/8. Okay, and you will need 6 of. Then you will need your designer paper, and for that you will need exactly 5 inches by 3 inches. Okay, and that will give you a nice border around the edges. Again, I'm going to just very quickly distress. If you can get everything cut out and put in piles where you need it, you know, all I do is fold a piece of paper like that around it, and I know what pile is for what, and then you can just kind of whiz through something like this really quickly. It doesn't take any time at all. You can distress all your papers and things beforehand, and then they're all there. All you have to do is sit and stick them all together. So what I'm going to do quickly, I'm not going to sit here and bore you to death with these. Take one of your black pieces, obviously, piece of your designer paper. Glue likes playing games with me. Perhaps I should leave it laying down really, and then it might come out, eh? What do you think? Alright, like so. And then I'm just going to stick that on there carefully, making sure I've got a tiny little piece of black border around the edges. Taking my bone folder, give that a good push down, because obviously you don't want to be putting it into your pocket and the paper being ripped off. And then just go around the edges like so, take off any excess glue. Okay, and then get your first pocket, and fingers crossed that should slide. Oh, I'm trying to take the back of the envelope with me. That should slide into your first pocket like so. Okay, and that should fit in there perfectly, so you can just grab the end of it with your fingers. Okay, like so. And then just push your thing back down like so. Okay, so you need to do 6 of them, obviously, 1 for each. Okay, and then when you've done that, you also need to be cutting your black card for the pockets on the other side of your page. These need to be, the black card needs to be 4 7/8 by 3 1/8, and your designer paper for them need to be 4 3/4 by 3 exactly. Okay, again, I'm just going to do one of these very quickly with you. so you can see, and then I will leave it to you and do the rest of mine off camera so you can see just where they're going. So this is the smaller of the cards that you'll be creating, and these are to go in the pockets on the back side of your page. Okay, take one of your pieces of card, line that up carefully, make sure you've got that border around the edges like so. Give that a good push down on there like so. Okay, again wipe your glue off, and these ones you've just made one to go on the inside of your pocket there, and then if you turn it over, these ones will be going in there like so. Okay, and fit in there perfectly. And then also what I've done very quickly, if I can find it, I printed off some tags, and I printed off these tags, and all I've done is put them onto some black card. Okay, I distressed around the edges of them, stuck them onto some black card, and then taking a pair of scissors, all I'm going to do, if you can see this, is just cut round each one of these very carefully, obviously just leaving a tiny little black border of black cards on the edges of them like so. Okay, and then I will be punching a hole through these and placing a piece of ribbon on there as well, and that just slides into that pocket with your mat like so. Okay, so I will leave it there for this one. I will go away and make all my pockets and my tags, all the cards to go in my tags, pockets and bits and pieces. You know what I'm trying to get at. I'm kind of muffling all my words up at the moment, probably because I need to take some more painkillers. My face is hurting a bit, so please do excuse me if I get a bit sort of dazed and confused. Yeah, but what we will be doing obviously is making your cards to go inside your envelopes there. Okay, and then when you turn over, you'll have another card there, photo mat, whatever you wish to call it, that will slide in there like so, and tag also to go in there. You don't have to put tags in there. I just think it's nice, because if you use this card to put a photo on, then it's nice to have that there just for something to jot some notes on, you know, the date the photo was taken, etc. So I will continue. I will put all my cards all the way through and my tags, and then I will come back to you and we will decorate the outside of your album. Okay, so thanks again guys for joining me. I hope you've enjoyed that. I'm sorry if I've bored you to death, but yeah, thanks. I'm really enjoying this, and I'm enjoying spending time with you doing it. So thanks again guys for joining me. Mwah. Love to you all. Take care. Bye bye.